This work was originally presented at the Crawford Lecture at USF. Clinical trial recruitment remains a major challenge, from identifying eligible patients to aligning site capabilities and meeting biopharma timelines. Our AI-driven approach aims to streamline this process, reducing friction across all stakeholders. In many cases, patients are left to search on their own, sometimes even turning to platforms like LinkedIn in hopes of finding an available clinical trial. Sites face major challenges from multiple fronts. Patient data is treated as a strategic asset, limiting external sharing. Investigators often overestimate eligible patient counts, which leads to under-enrollment, and trial protocols, especially in oncology and pediatrics, are increasingly complex with ultra-specific inclusion criteria, resulting in dozens of open trials struggling to find participants. Sponsoring pharma companies face a trifecta of challenges: manual and fragmented trial processes, infrastructure gaps that limit patient access, and high costs tied to delays. Site and patient identification still rely heavily on historical networks and manual EMR reviews, while infrastructure limitations make it hard for patients, especially those in rural or underserved areas, to find or join appropriate trials. But perhaps the most critical pain point is the financial impact. Every month of delay in recruitment can cost $100 to $500 million in lost revenue for a successful drug. These delays don't just slow down science, they significantly affect the bottom line. Given a distributed AI cloud infrastructure, we posed a bold question. Could we build an AI application capable of matching patient profile information from electronic medical records to the inclusion and exclusion criteria of drug protocols at global scale, while preserving the privacy and security of both patient data and proprietary trial protocols? This challenge sits at the intersection of AI, healthcare, and clinical research, and demands a solution that is scalable, secure, and clinically accurate. It's clear that aggregating all patient and protocol data into a central data warehouse is not a viable solution, both from a privacy perspective and due to the sheer scale and sensitivity of the information involved. Instead of moving sensitive data to a central location, let's move the application to where the data resides. Bevel Cloud has engineered a distributed AI cloud infrastructure that enables secure, privacy-preserving computation directly at the data source, whether that's a hospital EMR system or a pharma protocol repository. This infrastructure places a cloud server directly within the physical premises of hospitals, clinics, ambulances, or biopharma labs, ensuring that computation happens locally, reducing latency, and maintaining full control over sensitive data. With that server, we can train a patient agent on the complete patient medical record. In the demo, you'll see that's a 3,500-page medical record of an oncology patient. Then you can ask the patient agent questions about their past, not the patient. Here is a demonstration of the patient agent. The question asked to the agent was, how many chemotherapies has Jean-Luc Picard completed? The agent explores the patient's EMR data to identify the number of chemotherapies administered and generate a structured response. Jean-Luc Picard has completed 3 cycles of neoadjuvant chemotherapy with cisplatin and pemetrexed as of March 28, 2023. The next question asked to the agent was, what was the total amount of cisplatin administered? The agent again explores the patient's EMR data to identify the amount of cisplatin administered and generate a structured response. Jean-Luc Picard received cisplatin at a dosage of approximately 459 milligrams. We've had a lot of positive responses to healthcare workers being able to ask questions of the patient agent rather than searching through 3,500-page documents for the answer. Having the complete medical record is just half of the problem. We also need to get the specific inclusion and exclusion criteria. Again, with a distributed AI cloud infrastructure, a protocol agent can be trained on the details of the protocol document behind the firewall. Here is a demonstration of the protocol agent. The question asked to protocol agent was, what is the inclusion and exclusion criteria? The agent explores the clinical trial protocol document provided by AstraZeneca to extract and structure the trial's inclusion and exclusion criteria for the user. Protocol agent extracted the trial's inclusion and exclusion criteria. In summary, inclusion criteria cover age limits, confirmed diagnosis, surgical recovery, performance status, and contraceptive use. Exclusion criteria include prior treatments, medical history, infections, cardiac conditions, recent malignancies, surgical timelines, and compliance concerns. Finally, let's put the two agents together and let them have a secure private conversation. The question asked from Total Recall agent was, what drug trials is Jean-Luc Picard eligible for? To answer this, the AI agent securely works in the backend, first retrieving the inclusion and exclusion criteria from all relevant clinical trials in the system. It then analyzes Jean-Luc Picard's electronic medical record, extracting key clinical attributes to evaluate his eligibility against each trial's requirements. As we see the loading icon on screen, all of this happens in real time while ensuring that no extra patient confidential data is breached in the process. The Total Recall agent has evaluated Jean-Luc Picard's eligibility for the AZD9291 clinical trial. The verdict? Not eligible. This is due to key exclusion factors. Jean-Luc underwent neoadjuvant chemotherapy, which the trial disqualifies. Additionally, his cancer staging does not align with the trial's requirements. While his performance status and EGFR mutations appear promising, further clarification and genetic testing are needed. The agent recommends exploring alternative trials that better match his treatment history and staging. Our vision is to create a global, privacy-preserving, distributed AI clinical recruiting application with patient agents running at hospitals and clinics around the world, talking to protocol agents running at biopharma labs around the world. If you'd like to learn more, please reach out to hello@bevelcloud.ai.